Okay, so tomorrow is my birthday and I'm actually turning 20 years old. And I thought, what better way to celebrate your 20th birthday than to share 20 life lessons? So, yeah, the 20 life lessons or 20 things I've learned in my 20 years of existing in this world. The first one is time waits for no man. Anytime I always think there's time, I always get disappointed because I find out there is no time. Like right now, as I'm recording this video, today is the 16th of September 2023. My birthday is tomorrow, 17th. But I just keep wondering, like, where did January 2023 go? Where did February 2023 go? Where did March, April, May, June, July, August? I literally made a video still on this channel, why you should chase your dreams today, and I made that video around August. And it's already about a month since I made that video. Like, the question is, how did a month pass by? And it doesn't feel like a month. Like, many of us will waste time. Just know that you don't even have the time to waste. The second life lesson is, if you don't want something, say it. I'm the type of person that usually likes to avoid conflict, right? Like soft, shy, introverted, quiet. Like I'm that type of guy. The disadvantage of just being, soft and shy and low self-esteem and everything is people start to make you do stuff you don't want to do, either for good or for bad. This could be in the case of like bullying or so, but I was never really bullied anyway. But this could also just be in the case of like other people's expectations and everything. So I remember back in 2019, 2020 when I was about to enter university, and then I was like 16, 17 years old there, but we're about to write our exams, all the important exams we usually write here in Nigeria before we enter university, like JAMB and the rest. Before I entered university, I knew from the bottom of my heart that I did not want to like study computer science. Like years before then, yes, I was into like computers and everything. I loved smartphones, I loved programming, I loved tech related type of stuff. But that particular year or that season in my life, I didn't really care about that stuff that much anymore. Like I still did care about it, but I just didn't care about it to the point where I wanted to like go and study it in school or something. The thing that was actually even on my mind that time was literature. Like I was thinking about studying like literature or maybe philosophy or psychology or something like that. And even though like in the job market, computer science is worth a lot more, because like if you're a programmer, you're going to make a lot more money than if you're just like a literature guy. So since I didn't want to study computer science, but everybody around me, oh, computer science is a very good match. Oh, since you even used to like computers and everything, you're going to be very good at it. And the things that I knew from the bottom of my heart, I didn't want to do this. I want to study literature, psychology, or even entrepreneurship. I started getting interested into like more business stuff and everything. But for whatever reason, because everybody was saying, oh, study computer science, I just went to study computer science. I badly wanted to drop out in the past, but I chose to stay. Like I'm about to enter my third year now anyways, but just looking back, it's one of those things that if I could just see my 16 or 17 years old self, I'll just tell them like, if you don't want to do it, like just simply don't. That's just an example, but many other examples, sometimes you'll be like, oh, why don't you try this thing, why don't you do this, why don't you wear this thing, why don't you wear this thing? And the things that you genuinely don't want to do these things, but oh, because my mom said it, oh, because everybody is saying it, oh, because my friends are doing it, I'll just go ahead and do it. So if you don't want to do something, like don't do it. Like you don't have to, even if it's going to disappoint some people, if it's going to piss people off, as long as you really don't want to do it and what you want to do is not like bad or illegal or anything, don't do it. Third lesson is just do more stuff, bro. Like a few weeks or a few months ago, my younger sister just got into secondary school. That's what they call it here in Nigeria. She's around 12, 13 years old, so just match that with whatever class you were in your own school time. And she was asking me about my own school life. By the time I was this age, like what was I doing, what was my life like, and I just genuinely didn't have any things to tell her. Like there was just no stories. I look at my whole life, leading up to this, now that I'm 20, and I don't really have anything that I did. So yes, I did a few things here and there, yes, but like I'll say 80%, 90% of it is just monotone, routine. When I even say routine, it's not even like the good routine. Just wake up, go to school, grab your phone, eat, come back home, sleep. Like literally that type of bad routine. I just wish I could just see my younger self, even up to like a year ago, even just earlier this year, and just tell him like, just do more stuff, like do more things, like go outside more, meet people, like try different activities, commit to something, build something, grow something, learn something, like just do a lot more stuff. So the fourth thing is to know people on a deeper level. Literally like a few days, about a week ago, we stopped at this like supermarket to go and get something. So my mom and my younger sister came out, and it was just me and my dad in the car. And normally the default action is to carry your phone and start scrolling. So that's exactly what both of us were doing. But I took a step back and I just looked at my dad, while he was scrolling on his phone and doing whatever. And I just thought like, I don't really know this man. Like, he's my father and everything. But if you think about it, I don't really know much about him. You just know he's your dad. That's like all you know about him. Then I asked him like, what was life in his 20s like? And he started narrating this story. Like at first it was kind of like, this is like, what? Then the more he started telling me about his life when he was 20, you could just literally see his face light up, because he just shows like he was actually happy to share his story with me. He was actually like happy that somebody is actually interested in his life. And it's one kind of surprised me, like I've been living with this man all my life. I never knew any of these things about it. So the point is just to like know people on a deeper level. Like many of us, your parents is a very good example, but many of us, you know, you just live with your parents. Like you live in the same house with your parents, but you don't really know your parents. Like you wake up in the same way, you just see them every day, like you just live casually with them. And since I don't even really know these people, apart from even your parents, even your siblings too, your friends, like different people, like you don't really know people. You just know like the surface level stuff. Or oh, this is my brother. Oh, this is my sister. Oh, this is my mom. Oh, this is my aunt. Oh, this is my best friend. But that's pretty much all you know about them. Like you don't really take the time to know more about them. You don't take time to know them on a deeper level. I will tell my younger self something, to just try to know people on a deeper level. Like maybe it's like roommates, for example. All of you just stay in the same room, and you know, you just come in, you go to class, come back, and just, you know, do like small talk, or even talk about bullshit that's not really going to help any of you. Like I try to know these people on a deeper level. I try to ask them, you know, deep questions and everything, trying to bond with them and everything. This one ties into the next one, is to just be more present. So around April, I went for my uncle's wedding. I also made a video on this channel. If you're interested, you can go back and check it out. I think the second to the last day before we left, I didn't dress properly that day. I didn't carry like the proper clothes, so I was just like, I dressed like a bum. So I just went to find somewhere and just went to hide myself. While the wedding and everything was going on, you know, everybody celebrating and everything, I just went to hide myself in one corner, put on my earpiece, and I was watching Alex Moses video on why you should drop out of school. And Patrick Betts David. I was watching all these entrepreneur guys. Before I knew it, the wedding has already come to an end. You know, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours have gone by. And yeah, I was, while the whole wedding stuff was going on, I was watching videos on how to make money online, how to grow your YouTube channel, Alex Moses business advice and everything. And when we go back to our hotels and everything, and everybody was talking about like, wow, see this crazy thing that happened. Wow, this guy did this. Wow, this guy did this. Like, you see the costume, this guy. And I was surprised, like, wait, I wasn't even, like, I didn't even know. Like, wait, did all these things happen? Like, how come I didn't see it? And it made me realize, like, I was in this wedding, but I was not in the wedding, if you get it. Like, I was just in the location, but I was not there. I wasn't present. And they were even showing me some videos, and I was wondering, like, which time did all these things happen? Like, how come I didn't pay attention? And it was kind of surprised that people that didn't even attend the wedding, you know, like our family members at home and everything, they even knew a lot more about the wedding than I that was there did. And it was just kind of shameful that I was in this wedding. But yes, you know, watching business videos and everything, watching like Alex Moses videos is very good, but not at the expense of the present moment. You could just watch the video later, you know, like you're not going to die. And I just wish like I was more present. That's just an example. But just in general, many of us who are like, you go to places, you do different things, and you're not really present. You know, you're just in that place, or you're not in the place, if you get what I mean. Like you're in that location, you know, physically, because your mind is just not there. Of course, our day-to-day life is like that. You're waiting in line in the ATM, and you're, you know, you're physically in the line, standing there, but you're mentally just not there. Like you're on your phone, or you're waiting for this thing, or you're just walking down the streets. Like you're physically walking in the streets or driving your car or whatever, but you're mentally not there. Like you're just AFK. And it's just kind of sad that that's how most of us live our lives. Like we're just not present. The next one is nothing lasts forever. Like this is both a good and a bad thing. Good thing in the sense that if you're going through very hard times, like if you're going through difficult shit, like it's not going to last forever. Like it's just temporary. Like before you know it, few days, few weeks, few months, or whatever, like this stuff is going to pass. This is also kind of sad in the sense that good things will also come to an end. So if something amazing is going on in your life, you know, something great, something awesome, it's going to come to an end. Just be more present and be like grateful. Maybe if you're broke and you're, you know, everything is hard and try to make ends meet, I just know that it's probably not going to be like that forever. Like right now it looks like, you know, you're broke and everywhere is dark and there's no like light at the end of the tunnel and everything. But just know eventually like that phase of your life is going to come to an end. And also if you're balling like mad, you know, you're madly rich or something, that phase will also come to an end, in the sense that maybe you might not necessarily go broke, or maybe you might be in a different phase that yes, maybe you still have money, but you're just no longer in that phase. So just know that like, nothing really lasts forever. You're seeing your parents today, you saw your parents yesterday, you saw them today, you'll still see them tomorrow, you'll see them next week, you'll see them next month, you'll see them next year. But one day you might just not see your parents again. It's not that the thing lasts, not that you have access to it, use it to the best of your advantage. Next one is to just have some balls, like a very coward, shy, you know, introverted type of guy. And I just wish like I had some balls, like just have some balls, have some courage. There's one ATM and everybody's queuing up on this ATM. There's another ATM, so we just assume the second ATM is not working. But it seems that you don't know. So like everybody's not just going to queue. Sometimes somebody will not just leave the line, go to that second ATM and try it. And so for funny enough, it's actually working. So all of us will not just watch like, wow, we not just queued up in this one logger city. Like, why didn't anybody try this? So that's just like an example. But just have some balls, like just do stuff that scares you. Like, have some balls, bro. Like, just stop being like a pussy. The only thing that I can relate this to in my life as of right now is back in 2021, earlier this year, I was fed up with school and everything, so I wanted to drop out. And I went to tell my parents. And at the time, before I told them, this was like one of the scariest things I've ever done, because if you are like a Nigerian or an African or so, you know the way our parents, they value education and everything. The first thing they love the most is God. Second thing they love is their children and family. And the third thing is education, like school. So for me to now go and meet them and tell them like, I'm dropping out of school and everything, like, just imagine how scary that would have been. But it seems that I did it eventually, even though like, yes, I ended up staying in school. Of course they did, like, they were not on board with the idea. But just thinking back to that time now, that I actually had balls to go like tell them like I want to quit school when nobody in their right mind, like, from this part of the world would dare to do so. And not even just Africa, cultures like India and Africans and everything, like, nobody in their right senses, like, from this type of culture would dare to do so. But like, I actually did it. So the point I'm trying to make is like, just have balls, like, take a risk, like, do stuff, like, have some balls, bro. Like, have balls. Come on. It's life lessons to do stuff that you want to do. It's just similar to the one I said earlier, that if you don't want to do something, say it. Like, this time, do things you want to do. Like, right now in your life, maybe you might want to talk to this girl you always see in your class every day, or you might want to join this type of like football club, or you might want to start a YouTube channel, or you might want to get into like copywriting, or you might want to start making money online, or you might want to write a book, or you might want to sing a song, or like, just do stuff you want to do. Like, stop wasting time, stop sitting around and doing nothing. Like, get your ass up, go and do things you actually want to do. And similar to what I said earlier, don't let other people make decisions for you. Like, if you don't want to do something, say like, yes, mom and dad or brother and sister or friend or whoever is like pressuring you, this is not what I want to do with my life, this is what I want to do instead, and go and do that stuff. Like, if you want to do something, actually do that stuff. Do stuff that scares you, both for the things you want to do and for the things you don't want to do. So for things you want to do, like, you are walking or on the road or in the cafe or in the library or whatever, you see this fine girl, like, you want to approach her and everything, and that is very scary, that's very intimidating. Like, do it anyways, go and approach her, like, because like, yeah, she's going to reject you probably, that's what is going to probably happen, she's going to like, but do it anyways. Like, do stuff that scares you, even for stuff you don't want to do. Like, maybe it's night and maybe you're trying to go home and it's late and there's this like shaded area, like this dark place that you have the potential of getting jumped, you have the potential like something bad is going to happen. But if like maybe that's like the only road to go home at this point, like, don't just stand there and just like be scared. Like, just go ahead, charge at it, do something. Maybe you don't run as fast as you can, like, do something that scares you. Like, just do stuff, bro. Do more stuff. 10th life lesson is to just be more serious with your shit. Like, I remember back then when I was just getting into YouTube and everything 4 years ago, I wish I was just a lot more serious with it. I'm not even just YouTube, just like everything I was doing in general, but YouTube is like the biggest example. Like, as of right now, I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years now at this point, and if you look at all my channels, across all my channels, like, none of them have up to 1,000 subscribers. And it's kind of embarrassing to say, but at the same time, it's like, is it really surprising? Because even though, yes, I've been doing YouTube for like 3 years, I've never really committed to it. Like, I was never really serious. So the point I'm just trying to make is like, just like be serious with your stuff, be serious with your shit. Like, if you have, maybe you want to be a YouTuber, for example, or you want to be a copywriter, or you want to start an agency, or you want to get into video editing or whatever, like, actually be serious with it. And this is mostly for people that are young, because sometimes, at that age when I was 16, I always think like I have time, like, I'm just a 16-year-old, so it doesn't really matter. Like, I'm just 14, I'm just 17. Like, be serious with your shit. Like, just take it seriously, because before you know, time is going to pass very fast. Like I said, just like that, you're already 20. And if I was doing this stuff a lot more seriously back when I was 16, when I was 17, when I was 18, when I was 19, like, by now that I'm 20, I'll be reaping the benefits of it. But now that I wasn't doing it, like, there's no benefits to reap. Like, you can't reap what you didn't plant. So just be a lot more serious with your stuff. The next lesson for you is to make the most out of this phase of your life. Just like I said, time is going to pass you by. Like, right now you might be looking at this phase of your life as if it's going to last here forever, but a time is going to come that this phase of your life is genuinely never ever going to exist again. Because right now it will look like as if this phase is going to be there forever. Like, you went to school last month, you went to school last week, you were there yesterday, you were today, you go tomorrow, you go there next week, you still go there next month, and probably even next year. But there's going to come in a phase in your life where you are just never ever going to go to this school again, or never ever going to work at this job again, or never ever going to live in this house again, or never ever going to see this person again. Right now that you're seeing these people, right now that you're living in this phase of your life, right now that you're in this like section. Like right now that this is your life, make the most out of it. Don't let this time just pass you by. Like do every single thing you can, every single thing in your power, like to make the most out of this phase in your life. So maybe if you're in school, for example, try to just do stuff that, looking back on it, instead of thinking like I wish I just did more when I was in school, or I wish I had just done more when I was 16, or I wish I had just done more when I was 19. Like let's be the other way, that just do a lot of more stuff. Use the most out of this phase of your life. The 12th last lesson is to believe in yourself. I think when you have big dreams and you want to do stuff with yourself, you know, especially if you have something that's a dream that nobody around you has really done before. So maybe you want to be like the first millionaire in your family, or you want to be like a YouTuber, or you want to be successful in like copywriting, or you want to have an online business, or maybe a physical business, or you want to travel to this part, like you want to relocate from this country and go to somewhere else, like you want to do this and this and this. People around you, we kind of doubt you a lot, because to them to just look silly, especially people that are older than you, they'll just look at like as if you are wasting your time, because they know that, you know, during their own time when they were your age, it wasn't possible for them, or it couldn't be done, or they just couldn't do it, or they still can't do it till today. It says that nobody is going to believe in you, and even people that actually even love and support you, they are usually going to be like neutral to the idea. It's either they are going to hate what is like the plan, the thing you are trying to do, or they are going to be neutral to it. Like it's very rare that you see somebody that is like all for you, like go go go. And I think that's also like a normal thing too. I used to also see it as like a bad thing, like oh my parents are not supporting me, oh my siblings don't care about my, like nobody cares, even me myself, like no offense, but I also don't care. Like if a friend has a dream, or my brother has a dream, or my sister or whatever, I mean, I'm not like a hater or anything, so I'm going to be on their side, you know, they should go ahead and go for it. But I'm not going to like come every single day and be cheering you on and do it. Like that's your job, that's why it's your dream. Like I have my own dream, so that's why I'll share my own dream and everything. So of course, like I said, you're mostly going to just be neutral or against you. Like it's very very rare that somebody will be like full blown on your side. What I'm just simply trying to say is like just believe in yourself a lot more, because nobody else will. I usually get tempted to think like, oh my parents don't believe in me, oh my siblings don't believe in me, oh my friends don't believe in me and everything. If they are hating on you and they are trying to like tear you down and everything, then they are bad people. But for most people it's like we don't really care, like we're just neutral. Like if you are succeeding, you know, we're proud, we're happy, like good for you. But if you're not, so like if you're not doing that thing, like we just genuinely don't care. Nobody really cares about your dreams. So since they are your dreams, you have to care a lot. Like just believe in yourself. Like really try believe in yourself. I also think it's possible. Like don't let anybody tell you that it can't be done, especially people that haven't like done it before, haven't tried it before. The next life lesson is to start early. Just like I was saying, you know, if you have something you're doing, especially if you are young, like now is the best time. Right now it might be looking as if now is one of the worst time, because you might be thinking, oh I'm 13, oh I'm 16, oh I'm 19, like oh I'm too young, oh I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have this. Like I bet you that now is actually the best time for you to start, because the earlier the better. And right now, even if you don't make progress, imagine like you could literally be 16 years old, to try whatever and make a lot of mistakes, make every single mistake possible, like do everything wrong for 3 years, and you just be 19. And starting over at 19 is still like extremely fucking early. Like if I literally started taking my shit a lot more seriously just 1 year ago, like just imagine how drastic my life would be. So like the earlier the better. Like stop thinking like I'm too young, or there's like it's too early. Like it's never too early. Right now is the perfect time, especially if you're young. Start today, like start right now. Start like immediately this video ends. Go and start that thing you want to do, like right now. The next one is to stop procrastinating. This one is something that has haunted me a lot, something I've been battling with a lot for so many months and even years now. Is to just stop procrastinating. Yes, I've made progress here, yes, I've made progress here, but I've not really made significant progress. And the main reason it just comes down to is like laziness and procrastination. You have this business you're trying to do, you have like this and this and this. Like actually go and do them. Like stop procrastinating, stop wasting time, like, stop watching YouTube all day, stop watching TikTok all day, stop watching another how to make money online, or the best top 5 ways to make $10,000. Like you have watched so many of those videos already, I've read so many books, you have written like so many journals, you have set so many goals. Like just go and start doing that thing right now. Like that's the answer, that's what you need. No more YouTube videos, no more YouTube videos. The next lesson I've learned so far is your parents are humans. Like you just see your dad as, you know, your dad, or your mom as your mom. And what we don't realize is like these people are just human beings, just like yourself, exactly just like you. When you're a child, you know, you are very young, you see them as like a god figure. So mommy said I should do this, so I'm going to do this. Daddy gave me validation, so I feel confident in myself. But as you start to become a teenager, you just kind of see them like these annoying people that are always bossing you around and not letting you live life the way you want to live and everything. What many of us fail to realize is like they are human beings just like yourself. They get angry too, they get sad too, they have feelings as well. The jobs they are working at, they probably don't even enjoy the jobs they work at, but they just work at those jobs because like they have to work there. It has to be done. If not, like they are not going to be able to pay the bills or stuff. I think we usually forget that these people are human beings just like you. They are not perfect, first of all, and they have feelings too. So stop thinking they are like this just like your dad or just like your mom or something. Like they're actually human beings just like yourself. The way you not like to be treated or feel, like make sure you don't treat them like that because they are human beings just like you. Next life lesson is to stand your ground. If you want to go down this path, you want to study this in school, you don't want to study, you don't want to go to university, you want to like become an online entrepreneur, you want to learn a trade, or you want to learn this skill, or you want to do this or do this or do this, or you want to go to like stand your ground, especially if what you are standing for is right. If you are standing for something wrong and you're a dickhead, then like what the fuck? As long as what you are doing is not like bad or illegal or something, like stand your ground. If you want to do something, I am going to do this thing. This is what I want to do. This is what I have chosen. And if you don't want to do it, say it as well. Like I don't want to do this thing. Don't let people's convincing or persuading or whatever stop you. It doesn't mean you become close-minded and you don't listen to feedback and everything. Of course, listen to feedback, but if there's something you genuinely want to do, like follow your heart, like go and do that thing, stand your ground, say this is what I've chosen to do and this is what I'm going to do. And the funny things are many people that are usually against the idea or are not supporting, once you start doing that thing and you start making progress in the direction you actually want to go, that people think might not be realistic or it's not going to be possible, they actually start to respect you, funny enough. Next one is nothing really matters. Back in 2020, so when I was preparing to like enter university and I was going to like lecture to write all these exams, to like prepare for all these exams and everything, there was this particular girl in the lecture center I was going to, and I had a crush on her, you know, like oh, she was very hot. So I used to sit at the back, she used to sit at the front, and I always want to talk to this girl. Like it's been in my mind, you know, I have to talk to her today, I have to go and talk to her, you know, go and talk to her, whatever. And day by day, day out, I will make every excuse why I shouldn't talk to her. Oh, she's talking with people, so I guess I can't talk to her maybe tomorrow. Oh, you know, I didn't dress well today, so like just every stupid excuse. Till eventually, you know, that session ended and all of us left and I never saw her again till today. So the point I'm just trying to make with that story is if I literally went to talk to her and even did something very embarrassing, I'm trying to think of like maybe I just went and just slapped her around the way fast. Like that's very embarrassing. I'm not recommending you do that, but that was 3 years ago. Today, does anybody really matter? Like, does anybody remember that stuff? Even me that is telling you this story, the face of the girl is not even very clear in my head again, honestly. Like, her face is starting to blow away from my memory. Many times you overthink stuff. Oh, I need to submit this assignment. Oh, I need to talk to this person. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, at the end of the day, not like it doesn't really matter. And so we won't make it on like a crazier scale. You're going to die. So like when you died, you think like any of all these things you're doing matters. You could die by August. Or this guy that was working with us here at home and everything, and I literally came back from school and heard that this guy is dead. Life could literally end tonight. It's going to end today, right now. Immediately you finish watching this video, you might just go and get something and you could get hit by a bus, or you might just get beaten by like a lot. Like there's 1,000 ways to die. Instead of getting pissed and think I'm insulting you or something, ask yourself like, what if I actually die by August? What if August 25th or August 1st or August 2nd or even just like this guy, maybe September 3rd or something, I am actually going to die. Imagine September 3rd, 2024, you're actually going to die. You're actually no longer going to exist. Like, how are you going to live this last year of your life? How are you going to live this last 6 months of your life? How are you going to live this last 3 weeks, this last 1 month, this last 2 weeks of your life? Are you going to just wake up, grab your phone, scroll and just go to school, like just live mindlessly? Or are you going to try to make the most out of this gift of life we have been given? Stop overthinking stuff and just take action. Like, I remember back then in 2020, then I just started my YouTube channel and everything. So I was making tech videos at the time. Like I was making all these like tech type of videos. Like I wanted to be the next MKBHD or Mr. Ozzy. About a month, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months after I started making videos on this channel, I realized like I no longer wanted to make tech videos. And like I said, you know, earlier, like, you know, I started getting more interested in like literature and poetry and psychology, like all those stuff. So I just realized like I no longer wanted to make tech videos. So the idea is like, then just stop making tech videos. Instead of me to just like start creating, you know, the type of videos I want to be making, I literally sat there and was overthinking every single thing. Like the painful part is I literally had 0 subscribers. When I say 0, I mean 0. Like right now I have 59 on this channel, so thank you for watching, every single one of you. But on that channel, like I literally had 0. When I say 0, I had 3 actually. 2 of those subscribers were me with 2 different accounts. Then one was, you know, me. I forced my friend to subscribe. So those are 3 subscribers. Nobody pretty much watched the videos. I literally got 0 views per video. I was overthinking this stuff as if I have like 10 million subscribers and, you know, I'm getting sponsors and brand deals and everything, that, you know, to switch niches we have to make like calculated decisions and everything. Like, just stop overthinking stuff. Like, it doesn't really matter that much, honestly. Like, I always think back to that time of my life and I'm always just so surprised. Like, how will I be, like, how was I so in my head about this decision when I barely even had a channel? Like, I was thinking, oh god. And right now, you know, I'm having this crisis of which business model should I do. Should I become a full-time YouTuber? Should I do copywriting? Should I do SMMA? I also want to try YouTube automation. What about affiliate marketing? What about this? And, you know, it kind of weighs me down and everything. But sometimes I just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, just choose one thing and just do. Like, you're broke, you're not even making money, like, you have not really built any of all these things. So whichever one you choose, like, it doesn't really matter. And if you choose something and, you know, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 1 month later, you find out I'm no longer interested in this thing, just gotta do the next thing. Like, yes, to some degree you have to stick with one thing and do it for a long enough period of time before you start seeing significant results. But bro, like, you're 60 years old, you're 17 years old, you're 19, like, just do anything, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, man, like, I usually sit down a lot to just overthink stuff. Like, I'll just and the annoying part about me is when I'm overthinking like that, when I'm confused, I'm not making progress in this direction that I'm trying to move away from. I'm not making progress in this other direction that I'm trying to go in. Like, we're just sitting down there just like confused. Like, look at me today now, 3 years later. Like, I no longer make tech videos and I don't even care. And anytime I think back to that time, I always wonder, like, why didn't I just leave earlier? Why didn't I just start making a different type of video? Like, if I knew I didn't want to make tech videos, then just like stop making tech videos. Like, it's that simple. So stop overthinking stuff. Like, overthinking never really gets you anywhere. Instead, take action instead. And like, I haven't heard this once from Gary Vee. Like, many times we sit down and be overthinking stuff, but you're going to make a lot more progress by actually taking action and actually like getting feedback to know, okay, I actually don't like this, okay, I actually don't like this, okay, I actually want to do this, okay, I actually don't want to do this. And just sitting out there and just overthinking, like, oh, should I do this, should I not do this? Like, take action, bro. So I know I said 20 life lessons and I've pretty much gone over the 20, but like, I ended up writing 26. So like, that's just me. I like writing stuff. 25th life lesson is to take care of your body. My body is something that I've ignored for a very long time, and not even just me. Like, most people I see around me are not even necessarily ignored in the sense that, you know, I've just been like doing it like extremely bad. The thing is that many of us, we just live our life averagely. You wake up, you go to school, you grab your phone, you scroll on your phone, you watch TV or you watch movies, or like that. Like, that's basically your whole day. So whenever I actually take time to take care of your body, you never sit down to exercise, you never sit down to like learn about your body, you never sit down to learn about like your gut, what that even means, or, you know, like your digestive system or stuff like that, or what foods are actually healthy for you or not. Like, you just do the bare minimum basic stuff. So it's to just like take care of your body. And like a few months ago, I actually fell sick. Like, I got malaria and everything. At that period when I was sick, I just couldn't do anything at all. Like, I was just there on the bed, even though it was just a few days anyway, like a day or two. I was just there on the bed, like, I couldn't do anything, I couldn't function, like nothing at all. If your body is not able to function, like, you basically can't function. And when I was sitting there sick, I wasn't thinking about, oh, making $10,000 a month, or oh, what is this person thinking about me, or the assignments they give me in school. I've no, like, the only thing on my mind is I just don't want to be on this bed. I just don't want to be feeling pain. I just don't want to be feeling headaches. I don't want to be like having high temperature or whatever. I just want to feel normal again. Like, an easy way to avoid falling sick and everything, so just take care of yourself. Like, start eating healthy, start exercising, start sleeping properly, start doing the like good healthy stuff. Other than that self, like, taking care of yourself actually makes you stay young longer. People say that even your age range, and they are almost like starting to show symptoms of old age. You'll see somebody that is like 24 having back pains. Like, how you be 24 if you're having back pains? But when you take care of your body, you like easily avoid all this type of stuff. And imagine somebody at 24 is already having back pains. Imagine what that guy is not going to be like at 80. That means by 80 years old, the guy will not even be able to move again. Like, take care of your body, bro. Take care of yourself. Next life lesson, and this is one I've started doing more recently, is to hold yourself to a high standard. Start to kind of see yourself as this high value man, in the sense that you don't just do bullshit. I'm going to make another video dedicated to this, but if you watch one of my previous videos, like I said, any video I'm talking about, I'll link all of them in the description. I talked about like my NoFap plan. Like, you know, I've been addicted to like porn and everything, and I've devised this plan that's going to help me like finally win on NoFap. Yes, that's a very good plan, but recently I just found myself like easily like flowing in the NoFap stuff. I just never thought about relapsing. Like I've just not talked about porn or everything. Like it has just completely left my mind. And I just kind of wondered, like, whoa, like, wow, how come I just had this like drastic change? Like, why is it that from someone that was like struggling with no and everything, I literally just like don't even have the urge to even watch porn again? The simple thing I just realized is like my self-image has changed, and I've made a lot of videos about self-image and everything. But the main reason why the self-image changed was because I just started seeing myself in a higher standard. I remember one night, after relapsing on porn and everything, I just thought to myself, like, why am I even doing this? Like, why the fuck am I even still watching these videos? Like, I'm about 20 years old. Like, I'm about now at this point. Just start seeing myself as a high value person. Like, I'm not somebody that wastes time. Like, I'm not some little monkey that stays in his room in the dark by himself, beating his meat or anything. I'm not some little monkey that his room smells like cum, or you enter his room and clothes everywhere. Like, I'm actually a high value man. I'm actually a high standard person. I actually have goals. I have shit I'm trying to do with myself. I have stuff I'm trying to achieve. So, like, hold yourself to a higher standard. And it was very crazy. Like, almost as if the porn problem just fixed itself overnight, just because I started seeing myself as a higher standard person. So hold yourself to a high standard, and this is not just like saying it to yourself like, oh, I'm a high value man now. Like, actually start to treat yourself to a high standard. So in the sense that I don't eat some certain kinds of food because I'm a high value man. Like, imagine like you are some important multi-millionaire, business owner, YouTuber, like whatever it is for you. Maybe you want to be like a singer, or you want to be like a footballer or something. So imagine like you're a top footballer. Like, you don't just eat whatever, you don't just stay up till 2 a.m. watching YouTube videos or scrolling on TikTok. Like, you actually have standards for yourself. Like, I have things I'm doing with my life, I have goals I'm chasing, I have things I want to achieve. So hold yourself to a higher standard. Literally actually convincing yourself and believing that you're actually like this higher standard person could literally fix your problems almost overnight. So hold yourself to a higher standard. That's when things don't just happen. You know that if you want to be a multi-millionaire by the time you're 25 or 30 or whatever, it's not just going to happen. You're not just going to wake up every day and keep living life the way I've been living it, and you just wake up at 30 years old and you have $3 million in your account, or you just wake up at 22 years old and you're like the youngest millionaire in your country or your state or something. Like, it doesn't just happen like that. Like, you actually have to start putting in work from today, right now. The reason why I'm saying this is I remember then when I was like 16, 17, and then like I said, I started getting into entrepreneurship and everything. I used to watch this like teenage millionaires. Then I just had this obsession for watching teenage millionaires. Seeing people around my age range, 16, 17, 18, making millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I was thinking to myself, before I turn 20, I'm going to be one of these guys. Now, yeah, I am. My birthday is literally tomorrow, and I'm still a broke fuck. The reason why I'm saying this is that things don't just happen. Like, if I could see my 16 years old self again, I would tell him, like, you're not just going to keep living your life the way you have been living it, and you just wake up at 20 and $1 million is in your account. Like, it doesn't just happen like that. Like, you actually have to start putting in work from today. You actually have to start working on it. The thing you even have to keep in mind is, like, I am not going to be like the millionaire. It's my future self that is going to be the millionaire. So me of today, even like right now, me that is 20 years old now, I'm not going to build the millionaire and everything. It's my future self that is like maybe 21, 22, 23, or maybe like 6 months, my 6 months later future self that is going to actually start to enjoy the benefits of my hard work today. So know that stuff don't just happen. Like, whatever things you want, actually start putting the efforts in today. The 24th life lesson is to take risk. Right now is the time that you can do crazy stuff and kind of get away with it. Like I said, if you are literally like 16, you can spend the next 2 years of your life just fucking around and completely wasting time and everything, and decide to get serious, and you are still going to be 2 years younger than I am. So imagine how crazy that is. Maybe you literally have a little bit of money, like your last money in your account or something, and you see this business as has the potential of working. Use that money and invest in it. Use that money and spend it on it. Like, it's a risk because the chance of that business working is like very slim, or sometimes you could lose all your money. But it's like, so you will go and work a job, or save up again and make that money back. Like, right now is the time you should take a risk. Maybe you're like 17 years old or so, and everybody in your age range is going into college or university or so, and you have this business idea, you have this like life direction you're trying to go down, and it's kind of looks risky because you're thinking, if I try my online business, or if I try to be a copywriter or a YouTuber or something, and it ends up not working out, it's like as if I wasted my time. And while all my friends are in university or in college, in their second year, in their third year or so, like I'm still here, like not in school or anything. Like, we will literally spend 1 year, fucking around and doing everything like wrong, and literally the next year you can just carry your ass back to school. Like, just take risk, bro. Like just do stuff with yourself. And similar to the taking risk, like is be courageous, like have balls, like just literally travel to another part of town, or if possible, say travel to another country if you have the money. Just save up like a little bit of money and just travel to like some fancy place for the weekend. Don't even tell your parents, don't tell anybody, just go there by yourself. So I'll just have to put this disclaimer there. Don't go and say, oh, I said you should do this, so I'm going to do this. Like if the thing is going to get you into trouble, if the thing is something that is going to get you killed, get a girl pregnant, or get you terribly sick, or just get you into trouble in general, like use your head. Don't be stupid. But take risk, bro. Like be courageous, do stuff, because know that this time of your life is going to pass by, and I just never ever going to see it again. And worst of all, just like my friend that I literally saw 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that we literally just discussed and was asking me, hey, how is your day and everything. You might no longer exist. So take risks. Like what do you have to lose? Nothing. Take risks, bro. And the last life lesson is to do the basics and get most of the results. One realization I'm starting to get is like to become part of the top like 20%, 30%, 10%. It's not really that hard, honestly. Like I've made a lot of videos ranting about this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail in this one. But it's like you could literally just do basic stuff like just sleeping more, eating a little bit healthier, just drinking a little bit more of water, just sleeping like 8 hours, just choosing to learn for like learning your skill or working on your business or whatever for literally 30 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, and just doing all those basic simple things. You literally annihilate like 80% of everybody your age range, because most people are your age, most people are just like weak, stupid, lazy and everything. So just like do the basics, get most of the results. Like it's not that complicated. So these are the life lessons. Of course there are a million others, but these are the 20 life lessons, or 26 rather, I've learned, or I know, or I've experienced. Like I said, there are a million more, but these are just the ones I'm going to leave you with. So tomorrow is my birthday. I'm going to officially be turning 20 years old by 17th September. So I'll see you then. Today is actually my birthday. I'm officially 20 years old now, 17th September 2023. I'm 20 years old. I feel exactly the same. I don't feel special at all. I'm not really the type of person to like celebrate birthday, so like to me it's just, I'm 20 years old, but I don't really care. If you want that kind of think about it, time is more an illusion, because I don't know if it's true, but I once heard that a year used to be 10 months before. Then like some Roman emperor in the history of humans, they now increased it to 12. So it just kind of shows that time is more subjective, in the sense that I'm 20 years, but if maybe I was living in a different like era, I might either be younger or older than I am right now. Or worse, if they drop me on an island in the middle of nowhere, I won't be thinking, oh, today is my 20th birthday. Today will just be another regular day. So like, yes, I'm 20, but at the same time is kind of an illusion. But I would say like I'm actually genuinely grateful that I got to see another year. Like I got to be 20 years old. I got to see another birthday, because as cliche as it sounds, there are actually so many people who didn't have that opportunity. There are actually so many people who died during the course of this year, and it's just very sad. So for me to be able to like be 20 years old, I'm actually really grateful for that. I've talked about my life lessons and everything, but the final one I'll just give is like, just do more stuff, like just live. I look back on my teenage years, even since the day I was born, and I can't really I did a few good things like here and there, but in general my life was just usually monotone. Like just wake up, grab your phone, go to school or church, go to work, come back home, grab your phone again, sleep, wake up the next day, repeat. Like that was usually just my life for like majority of my teen years. And the annoying part is I had goals, I had things I wanted to do, I had dreams and everything, but I just never committed to it. I just never did it. The best advice, or to me the most important life lesson, is to just actually do those things you've always wanted to do. Like just fucking go, do it. Like you've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, you've always wanted to become a millionaire by the time you're 25, you always wanted to become an artist, or you wanted to travel around the world, or even go and work for like non-profit organizations or something. Like there are so many things we want to do, but we just sit on them, and for no good reason we don't do it. So the best advice I can give is like just go and do those stuff. Like every single thing you want to do, write it down on a piece of paper, start doing them one after the other, and stop procrastinating. Like stop hesitating. Like go and live life, go and do stuff. my new mantra now is alive and living, because so many of us are alive but we're not living. We're alive in the sense that, you know, you are alive, you get to see another day and all that, but like you are not living in the sense that you just wake up, you go to school, spend all day scrolling on social media and everything, you go back home, scroll more social media, go asleep, wake up, repeat, and you just keep doing that till eventually the day you die. And you know, yes, every once in a while you will do something like a little out of ordinary, but like 80% of your life, 90% of your life is you just waking up, grabbing your phone, going to school, going to work, coming back home, going to sleep, then repeat. So that's not living. Somebody like that, you can't say the person is living, but the person is alive. He's alive though, but he's not living. So that's just what I have to say. Happy birthday to me. So this is going to be like a new chapter of my life and everything in my 20s though. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.